when the financial aspect of your life is like the WD-40, it's the grease that we need to keep things moving smoothly. No, money does not buy happiness, but it's very hard to be happy when you're not at a place financially that is comfortable to you. So we're looking at the end of the year. It's almost the end of 2019, almost time for 2020, and it's a fresh start, and it's the time of year where everyone starts thinking about New Year's resolutions. So what I want to do in the video today is just give you some ideas for some financial resolutions that you could be making. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel where we put out new videos every week to help you on your path to and through retirement. Hi there, my name is Ashley Micciche, CEO of True North Retirement Advisors, where we specialize in retirement and exit planning for business owners. So the first idea for a financial New Year's resolution is a saving New Year's resolution or a saving goal for 2020. It could be saving for retirement. It could be saving for emergencies. If you don't have 3 to 6 months living expenses set aside in liquid funds in the bank for the inevitable emergencies of life, that's definitely where I would start. If you have already satisfied that, then you want to think about maybe moving on to the 401k or your retirement plan or contributing for retirement, because most people, even most business owners, are not on track financially. So in order to help you catch up, there's a number of things you could do. You could max out your 401k plan, you could adopt a plan like a cash balance plan, or you could do something even simpler like just save 1% more of your income in 2020 than you were saving in 2019. The next type of New Year's resolution or goal for 2020 that you might want to think about is a planning resolution. Let's say I want to figure out how I'm going to pay off my mortgage in the next 5 years. And so the first step that you would want to do is you would want to gather all the information about your mortgage. So next time you get a statement in the mail, keep that statement. It should tell you what your balance is, your outstanding balance, what your interest rate is, and all the key terms that you're going to need to know about your mortgage in order to do the next step, which is figuring out what is the extra payment amount that you would need to add to your mortgage in order to pay it off on the timetable that you set up for yourself. You can plug all that data into what's called an amortization table or an amortization schedule, and then you can also enter, there's a column to enter an extra payment amount, and so you can see based on what that payment amount is when you would pay off your mortgage. Okay, the third type of New Year's resolution for 2020 involving your finances would be a giving financial resolution. So I love this one. There are a number of things that you could do to give more and be more generous in 2020. So here are just a couple ideas. One is what percent of your income are you giving right now? Most people, most Americans are giving about 2 to 3% of their income. I would really encourage you, if you are like holding tight on the purse strings and struggling with, you want to give more, but you haven't been able to actually do it and let go, I encourage you to let go gradually. So one way that you could do that is figure out what you gave in 2019, and then in 2020, give away 1% more of your income. So it's not going to be a major shift, but it will help to reinforce that. And then the other thing that you could do with giving is if you are already giving, but you sort of give sporadically, like some people will give, a few dollars here or there, or you go to a charity auction and do a paddle raise. It's just inconsistent. It's like all over the place. And so you don't know what you're giving. What I would encourage you to do is find that cause, the one thing that like tugs at the most at your heart. Find at least one cause that you care about where you can automate that giving. So every month you give a specific amount, and then that way you make sure that it actually gets done and you actually are more consistent and intentional with your giving. The fourth type of financial resolution that you could incorporate for 2020 would be a debt reduction resolution. So there are a number of methods that you could use to reduce debt. My personal favorite is the one that Dave Ramsey popularized, which is the debt snowball method. you take the smallest debt. So if you have a number of debts, you take the smallest one first. You pay that one off first, you knock it out, and then you move on to the next one. And the snowball is because the snowball gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it gains more momentum the more you pay off debts. But you get quick wins when you use the debt snowball method because you're starting with the lowest debt first. So one other thing you could do related to debt reduction is commit to taking on no new debts in 2019. This is like or 2020. It's like the equivalent of cutting up your credit cards. But if you either pay off your existing debts and then combine that with a commitment to take on no new debts in 2020, you're definitely going to set yourself up for success. Okay, so the last type of financial resolution or goal for 2020 would be a learning/teaching resolution. A lot of people genuinely are interested in investing in the stock market, in understanding like how the bond markets work and the stock markets work and all of that. And just having a good basic knowledge can be very beneficial because it can help you make smarter decisions. Because at the end of the day, even if you have a financial advisor like myself, even if you have a CPA or an attorney, your life is your life, and you still have the ultimate say in those financial decisions. So it's important that you arm yourself in a way that helps you make good decisions. Alternatively, if you're at a place where you feel pretty confident about your knowledge set, one thing you could do would be to teach. Especially if you have kids at home, especially if you have grandkids, there are so many things that you can do to teach them about money. One of the things that I just did is for my two kids, my daughter, I just started giving her an allowance, and we went on Amazon and we bought this piggy bank that has 4 slots: saving, giving, spending, and investing. So every week she gets $1 for her allowance. I know I'm breaking the bank giving her $1. But I give her $1 in dimes, and so she has to put 1 in giving for her tithe, and then she has to put 1 into saving, and then she can split the rest of the money however she wants. So that's it for today. 5 ideas for financial resolutions in 2020. I hope I got the wheels turning a little bit. So thank you so much for watching. My name is Ashley Micciche. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. If you're interested in videos like this, we put out videos every week all about improving your financial life, your retirement, and specifically geared towards exit planning for business owners and making those ever important yet often non-reversible decisions in life. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Ashley Micciche, and I will see you next week.